Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Raj here, and I wanted to talk about something today that kind of is a little bit late, not really though, but I wanted to talk about something that is still quite relevant, but also I guess in a way again kind of late. But anyway, we are today going to be talking about Samsung's mistake, and that being the Galaxy F and that's going to be the thing I focus on in this video, because I'm going to be making another video explaining another one of their issues. But reason why I'm mentioning the Galaxy F is because, I mean, to me, I think it's a major issue. And reason why I have my iPhone screen up here is because I want to show you guys a picture of it and point you out, like, what the issues of it are. So anyways, let's just scroll here through my picture feed. I'm just going to go quite quickly here. Let's see when I can find it here. I just need to scroll through this here real quickly. Don't mind all my pictures. I take a lot of pictures, so I'm just quickly scrolling through all of this, really. So it's kind of more back here, I'm assuming. But yeah, we will see. If I can't find a picture of it in my feed, then I'm probably just going to pull it up on a web search. Actually, it's not that far back. Okay, let's go back all the way here. Ah, there it is. So, as you can see there on screen, there is a bit of a problem with the Galaxy Fold. And if I zoom in here, you can clearly see what that problem is. That problem being, look at that big crease in the middle. And then off to the right as well, look at that massive notch. Like, look at that thing. It's in the corner. Why, Samsung? What made you think that that was a good idea, honestly? And then, really, that's just about it, obviously, except for also this other image as well. It's really just kind of the same image. But, look at that, though. Like, are you kidding me, Samsung? Even Huawei did a better job with their foldable phone versus Samsung, which did not do such a great job with their foldable. I mean, they massively screwed it up. Like, seriously. I just am speechless, honestly. I'm speechless. But yeah, that was mainly the focus of this video, is to talk about that issue, and also really regarding some other issues with it. So, some other issues I've noticed with it is that, say, if I go to Samsung.com here, I'm just going to show it to you guys. I mean, it is a good idea, don't get me wrong. It is a very good idea, the foldable sort of phone, but the other problem is that the screen is actually not glass, it's plastic. So, and also, by the way, I will be going over the S10 issues in my next video, but I am going to point out the Galaxy Fold in this video. So, basically, another issue with the Galaxy Fold is price. It's $1,980. Yeah, for this, right here, for that. Up there on screen, if you can obviously see that, which I'm assuming you guys will be able to. But for that piece of garbage, it's $1,980. Wow, Samsung. Almost $2,000 for a phone that can fold in half. What a concept. We used to have those before smartphones existed, if Samsung realizes that. Flip phones were essentially the same thing, except this just has two screens. So what? And those screens are not even, like, they don't have glass shielding that protects them, like all normal smartphones. So you'd expect with the $2,000 phone that you would at least have some type of glass, but no. Because Corning is actually, does everyone know, Corning is actually working on a flexible glass for Apple, because Apple invested $200 million in them. So Corning is working on that for Apple. So if Apple releases a foldable like this, now, not saying, I'm not dissing foldables in general, I think that it's a pretty decent idea, but I think, though, the other thing that Samsung needs to realize is that, sure, they might have been first to the game with this, but they're definitely not the best, and they're not even close to being the best of how a foldable can look, how it can operate, and really, in general, how great the experience is. Samsung does not have that with this thing, and probably will not ever have that. I think that will go to Apple, honestly. And right now, that's in Huawei's possession, because Huawei has made a pretty decent one as well, but they share kind of the same issues. But yeah, anyway, though, what Huawei did better than Samsung is that Huawei actually gives you a full screen. Samsung, on the other hand, when this is open, they like to hide that corner notch there and say that it's a full screen, when really it's not. And they like to say, oh, that's not a notch, that's a cutout. It's the same thing. Notch, whatever, even on the S10 as well, even though this is not the S10 video, I'm still going to mention this. Samsung calls it a cutout. It's a notch, Samsung. It's a notch. Because no matter what type of intrusion you have on the display, notch or not, it's a notch. That pill-shaped thing on the S10 Plus, the pill-shaped camera cutout, or the Infinity O display, the just normal one with just the single camera cutout on the front, that's still a notch. That's, like, you cannot call that a notch, because it still intrudes on your display, and in fact, most people have even said it's more annoying than the iPhone notch. Even though it's smaller, it's more annoying, and more, I wouldn't say more intrusive, but I mean, it's definitely more annoying. That's for sure, because you would notice it a lot more, whereas the notch, it's nicely integrated, because it's right in the center. Like, seriously, look at this. For example, the iPhone 10, or 10s, obviously, because they're a similar thing. But if you look at the notch right there in the center, and sorry, the true depth camera is going off there, but if you look at the center here, the notch is perfectly symmetrical. So at least Apple knows what they're doing. And even this year as well, the notch is expected to hopefully decrease in size. Probably, I would have to say, like, this way it would decrease in size. So it'd be about, like, I don't know, like this length. So they'd be combining some of the infrared sensors. And not only that, Samsung does not even have face recognition on this thing, neither the in-display fingerprint reader. They have a fingerprint reader on the power button. Like, why, Samsung? If you're gonna make a foldable phone, at least give it some of those futuristic things, like the ultrasonic fingerprint reader. You have that on the S10s, why not bring that to the Galaxy F or the Galaxy Fold? Why not do that? I mean, it is a foldable phone after all. You are touting that it is the future, so bring it to the Galaxy Fold. What's the problem with that? I don't see a problem. I mean, you can have one on the outside, on the little display there, which, by the way, it's not even full screen, which is stupid. And then there is, obviously, the inner display, which you can also have the ultrasonic fingerprint reader be on. So I don't see a reason why Samsung did not do that. It might have been sure to save some money, but, I mean, are you really, in the end, saving people money, Samsung, with this thing? No. $2,000 is a lot to ask, especially for a smartphone. Heck, you can buy it, even my MacBook Pro, for that much. You can buy a MacBook Pro for $2,000. You can buy an iPad, an iPhone, AirPods. You can buy so many things with $2,000 versus this piece of garbage that they want you to test. Because this is not a finished product. So, anyway, that's the end of this video, so please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. Anyway.